think we're at
This
Paris, right?
is, shout out to Vital. This is disgusting, dude. So this would have been, was this one of your first times riding this stock bike?
Yeah, that was that, what's the date on that?
Go.
Well, I guess the video,
Yeah, go down.
2
Scroll over it.
years.
Scroll over it. Where it's September 8th, 2022.
yeah, that would have been one of the first times.
Do you remember?
Because I still raced Paris on my 22, and that was after that September. Obviously, it was into October, November.
Yeah,
So this is
yeah.
one of the first rides. Yep. On a new one.
Dude, yeah, it's just like they built a bike for you. They were just like, here's an absolute, like I say, it's like owning a dragon when all you need's a horse compared to other 450s. And it's just like, let's build Eli Tomac an absolute dragon with a cable clutch.
I mean, thing barks, I'll tell you that.
Well, you make it bark.
Yeah.
It doesn't bark when I'm on it. It spits when I'm on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this coming out and just being like, bro, this is insane. Listen to it. You know, like, I don't know if you'd understand, but for someone like me to do that to a like, it's literally impossible. It's never going to happen. Like, the void and the gap between people like me and people like you is so crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like, to just hear...
I'm like, oh yeah, it looks okay, but like I'm like looking at the suspension, it looks soft, you know, like
yeah, for sure.
But
just to absolutely belt that thing.
Yeah.
Like, that bike is like, no. And there's just so few people that can do that, you know? And I mean, I've ridden there too. So it's like, I actually know what that's like. But I remember seeing that and just being like, dude, that is hideous.
yeah, I guess I'm one of the few guys that can take more than a 450, right? You know, a lot of guys are want stuff detuned, but for the most part, like stock 450 for me is too slow, for sure. It's too slow.
Might be the craziest thing I ever said on this podcast.
They're too slow. Stock 450 is too slow.
How much faster is your race bike?
It's a lot faster.
No way.
And it's a lot faster.
Just everywhere.
Yeah. It just pulls, they pull way longer. At least my bike does.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not the kind of guy that...
I mean, sometimes I don't even have to shift down the start straight, right? Just ring second.
Just second the whole way down. But so even the stock 450 is kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Like, you can go to Glen Helen, and again, this is like, I know who I am. But it's like the stock bike, you can hold second up those hills. Other bikes, you're shifting. So it's almost like it's just taken the stock bike and just made the stock bike way bigger and way better in a way.
Yeah, and our gearboxes are different, right? They're like a longer gear.
Yeah.
So that's a massive thing too, but you still have to have the power behind it
to be able to pull it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you're not the kind of guy that worries about your chassis tightening up as the bike revs harder, or because I feel like the Yamahas rev quite freely in a way.
do.
Like KTM sometimes, like if you rev a KTM 450, it like really starts to feel like it locks up. Yamaha doesn't have it as much, but I'm not revving it as that high either, you know.
I'll just say, like, if I was to run a full stock transmission and gearing, I'd be just grabbing gears like way too often. Yeah, so that's the big difference, is the transmission and being able to use first gear in a lot of sections.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
you're using first as well.
Lots of first out of turns.
Yeah, right. In Supercross.
In Supercross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Is that changed? Like, is that something that is specific to the Yamaha that you couldn't do on other bikes?
No.
So you
like
always
I
try
did
to
it on
set it up like that?
Kawasaki and Honda. But yeah, that's, I guess if you were just the normal weekend rider, that's a massive difference is the transmissions.
Yeah.
Yep. And the gear ratio.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.